well.
Skibbity Riz. Well, I might as well. I had some opening things that I thought about.
Well, I think first I was gonna just say happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
How was it?
Van
feel
Deal, no.
to-
I haven't gotten ID today, and it's kind of annoying. I've been several places, and I was like, I could have the whole time, or like...
You didn't, like, what? Yeah.
Well, I didn't get ID'd at the place that might have had a scammer reader on it, so
Yeah.
I don't... Why would you ID? Get all the
Why?
kids' debit cards?
Honestly, yeah. What a way to go.
Well, I mean, how are you going to explain that? Like, I was buying something from the store, and they... Like, you can't...
If they get busted, they're getting, like, double busted.
Right, yeah, you're selling
Yeah.
to a minor and you're stealing. So there's that. Here.
Oh, yeah, you're double
Pretty sure I
bagged.
said it.
Yeah, you did.
This
At
is
like
after
1 in the morning?
After the Voodoo Ranger. And I said some words here, but you can't see it. Some feta. I said, I forget what I said. I think I said something boy dinner. Something like that. Like variety. I don't know.
Boy dinner, yeah.
Bro, eggs are yummy. Like pickled quail eggs and pickled hard-boiled eggs. Thank you, bussies. Thank you, bussies.
That's not where my...
You like bussy eggs?
Yeah.
You like bussy eggs?
I don't know if that's what I would call them.
What else would you call them?
Do I like the eggs from Buc-ee's?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And why is it called Buc-ee's? Is that because the buck stops here, or is that like, what is that?
Great question.
I don't know, but that was something I thought was funny. And then I kind of wanted like intro-wise, I think it would be funny if our intro was like an accumulation of the videos that we send each other throughout the week.
You
like,
send me a lot more videos than I send you, though. It'll be like 1 in the morning, and my phone is...
Dude, well, turn your vibrate off, first off. I don't send them to disturb you. I send them for you to have, like, something to interact with. And one that I will say is, have you seen, like, the Arabic pranks?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
with, like, the little guy with the mustache.
It was like the pool.
Yeah. They're like always in a hotel or something like that, and they're just really they're so stupid. Like making one, like telling one of them that you're gonna put Nair in the hair bottle, and then doing it to both of them. So he's like laughing at the other guy, and the other guy's, he got you too, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
One was like they went to like a dollar store or whatever and got like a blow up like kiddie pool.
Yeah.
Told him it was like a water bed, and he jumped into it. Just was like,
and all the comments were like about him overreacting because they're just like,
yeah. Well, I mean, he's a 4 foot, thumb. It's really hard to once you're on your back as a
like a turtle.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. But they did one where like. They took one of their friends' debit cards, and the guy was just like, he took it, and he was like, buy whatever you want, it's on me. Like, to the guy that he took his debit card from.
Yeah.
They're just so good. I love those a lot. What else? What a stuff do you consume on your algorithm? Anything good?
A lot of fat people.
Yeah.
Mainly coming from Ella. She sent me, like, last night I was out working, just, like, in the shop, and she sent me, like, 10. And then she came out. Well, and I was like, you're busy on Instagram. She's like, they're all fat.
Fat influencers?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they get, like, paid, right? They're, like, partially in with the Disney adult crew. They're paid to consume garbage and post about it and, like, do fat positive things. It's another part of the DEI money-making scheme. Like, what do you... Diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Mm-hmm.
I have my license, by the way. I have my certification. It's laminated. No, I'm kidding. We watched Just Racist, or Am I Racist, by the way.
I need to watch it, yeah.
Matt Walsh. It's so bad. He's I'll tell you, the funniest part was he was doing, like, a course on, like, how to be a better white.
Yeah.
Right? And it's increasingly getting stronger and stronger. And the last one that it ends on is he gets a box of whips, and it's like self-flagellation. It's just a white guy whipping himself. And a lot of people grab the whips from the box. And then a couple were like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. But like a lot of people grab the whips. And we're like, I'll do it.
Did you watch his first one?
What is a woman?
Yeah.
No, I did not, but I've seen plenty of clips, and I don't need it to change my mind, so I think I'll be all right.
Yeah. But yeah, his movie is like top 7 in the country right now.
Yeah, it's a
no advertising.
Good movie. Me and the dude next to me in that Am I Racist movie were just cackling.
Wait, did you see it in theaters?
Yeah, it came out in theaters.
Yeah.
But everyone, bro, there was like not really a whole lot of people. It was a late show, but everyone in there was just dying laughing at all the dumb stuff. Because he took on the role of being like a DEI expert. And he's like arguing to black people about like racism in the country. Yeah. And they're all just like, man, get off the phone, read the Bible. And he's just like, no.
No.
But there are some people, like he had, I forget this lady. She had the book. You know what I'm talking about? She had the book and he had her on and she had like it was a white woman explaining like how to be less racist. He had her giving cash to his black friend out of her wallet.
Wait, out of her wallet?
Yeah. They were talking about reparations. She was like, absolutely. He was like, okay. And then he like pulls out money and he's like, this is all I have. And he's like, do you have anything? And she was like, oh, yeah, I can. All right, yeah.
You just have to like out unracist me. Otherwise, who's winning here? Like, who's the
lady
teacher?
Was like, the lady was like, do you just take cash? And the black guy, he's like, Venmo, Apple,
Zelle.
Yeah. And then she was like, well,
Direct
I have
wire.
cash. She was like, I'll never turn down cash. And she gives him like $30, and he's just a guy that works for the Daily Wire. He's just a black guy, but he's conservative, right? He thinks it's stupid. I forget his name, but it was so funny. And a part of like the meeting, they brought out Matt Walsh's uncle that made a joke about like it's like an old like what's the difference between like a Mexican and whatever family of 5, like one of those, and they brought out this old guy, and he was like, you said something racist 20 years ago at dinner. And then he's just like in a wheelchair. He's obviously like an actor, but he's like this. Like, there's Mexican women like, fuck you. Like, and he went around and everyone's like, you suck. And I was like, you're just this old guy. And then, as he was telling Uncle Mike or whatever the joke, he was like, it's pretty funny. It's still funny. It was a good movie, and I hope it highlights the hypocrisy in this country.
Yeah, I have to watch
it's so pathetic that Gen Z has to do it. Be like, this is stupid. It's dumb. Quit doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I listened to his when he was on Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
He was just talking about, making it.
They had a little tizzy about the gay marriage thing.
What do you mean?
Like, they had a disagreement. Matt Walsh was like, no, gay marriage should not be allowed. And Joe was like, yeah, but like, what if they want to validate themselves being happy? And he's like, that's fine, but it's not marriage.
I didn't catch that part, I guess. Dude, probably autopiloted.
They had like a little like back and forth of like disagreements. And because Joe agrees with everything he's saying about what is a woman, all that. And then he's like caught up on the gay marriage. It's like, well, I mean, marriage, it's like a sanctity, but it's religious. But
I love when someone like, when they're on there and like Rogan disagrees.
They actually disagree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rogan preaches that he loves that, where it's like, we can have a conversation, but, I mean, there's no minds being changed or anything like that. It's just this is my view, and that's what I'm pretty firm on. But, yeah.
But then they talk about it for an hour trying to change each other's minds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it all ends up being. It's like, yeah, but you're wrong about that one thing. We could be the same person mentally, but you're wrong about one thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure you and I have the same beliefs on a lot of stuff.
I feel like most people have the same beliefs on a lot
of stuff.
It's just like the big ones.
It's 1% of the population, 90% of it is represented. You know what I mean? Like, there's not that many fucking trans people. It's all like trendy and all that. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just social media like showing you that
it's
like
proprietary.
It literally is less than 1%.
Yeah, it's like trying to think of what the word is. It's like bubbling it up pretty much.
Inflating it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inflation again. There it is.
Does that scare you? Is that a trigger word?
Social inflation, economic inflation, body inflation.
I was about to say.
like, yeah. I'm fat phobic as hell. Fat scares me. Are you fat phobic? Are you scared of disease? Being obese?
If a phobia is like being scared of something, there's another word then.
Yeah.
I mean, if like personally, yes.
Yeah. I'm on board with the Ruru Rimmon.
But I don't see like a fat person like, oh.
Yeah, the guy was like, I'm not homophobic. The last thing I am is scared of you guys.
Exactly, yeah.
But like in terms of like for yourself, like I'm
yeah.
scared of like having like pre-existing conditions and shit.
Yeah.
The thyroid stuff is all from fluoride. Like, sorry, but it's all correlated.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, I guess. But it's I like to say that they legalized everything, and now it's just your turn to deal with it. They used to keep it away from people, like drugs and alcohol and shit like that. But now there's no more intervention really. It's like, do whatever you like. In the left wing liberal mind, it's like, yeah, you can be sexually attracted to minors, and you can say nobody can have a gun, but you're gonna live in the white neighborhoods, because that's really what it is. You're like, well, you're not gonna go to the hood.
Yeah.
Like, even Kamala said, if you break into my house, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm a gun
guns,
owner.
yeah.
What are you talking about? You said I can't have any.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, what is that? You know what the Nazis did before they took over? They took down all the statues. They erased history.
Yeah.
They privatized the police force. That's all checking boxes for me. I mean,
yeah.
It looks the same. And I think, I've showed you the racist and the woke guy together. No, we didn't talk about that last week?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe I showed somebody else. But really funny comedian and another probably also comedian were talking about like if a woke person and a racist person became best friends. They're just going back and forth about how like they completely agree. Like, I don't think white people should have dreads, and like, yeah, no, you're like unseasoned food and country music as it should be. Like they agree on a lot of stuff. Or yeah, he said shaved heads and country music. Like they're one and the same. And he's talking about like the woke guy, like segregated comedy on the racist guy's birthday, because he was talking about like, no, I want like it's like a reserved for black only like comedic event, and it's like, well, that's
whole room
was a ran by but if you segregate, you're segregating.
Yeah, it's
yeah, and it's like it's reserved for. It's like you're just making it with nicer words.
Other color. It's just the other.
Well, that in general, like calling them a POC, it's like, that's pretty rude. Like, you're a colored person. Like, okay, thanks for.
I'm just a person.
Yeah.
I mean, technically everyone is like.
Yeah.
Is white not a color?
I mean, it's on the palette, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure black is actually the not a color.
It's the most neutral.
It's
where
just
you
the
start.
absence of.
Yeah.
So they're just.
Nobody's black and nobody is white. It's all one shade.
Yeah, we're all shades of wheat, brother.
They're just POs.
We're all shades of wheat.
Person of.
Mm-hmm. You know the shade of wheat thing?
No.
Goes from super dark brown to super white.
No.
Really? I got a chart.
I thought you were talking about the Family Guy chart.
No, not the like if you can say it or not.
What? Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. But
yeah, these are all the color palette of wheat, where it goes from white to yellow to black, brown. We're all just shades of wheat, brother.
Oh, I see what you mean, like the crop.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Very nice. But like those are the main colors. Like that's what you see people most like.
A few yellow ones.
There's plenty of yellers.
Some golden.
I think white supremacy started in Japan, or like Asia at least. So they're
probably with Genghis Khan.
Well, what I'm saying is like the wealthy people, it's actually like a social sign. Like if you're pale, like you don't have to work in the fields.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, isn't that like a hierarchy of color already? Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess it's just you and I that can come up with stuff like that.
How come if that's where it originated from, like the fat side of it didn't come from that? Because like if like the kings and queens, like the bigger you are, the more food you can afford, like the more wealthy you are. Mm-hmm. So like that's like the supremacy. Yeah. Along with the pale. So like how come that didn't like
instead
of being like a racist, you're just fat phobic, but like that's the segregation.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also we're all kings, brother. We're all fat as hell and pasty.
Yeah.
Like we're all just kings of our own kingdom.
Yeah.
But it's like,
But I'm saying, like, what if it went that route?
if it went like, oh, if you were like fattest, survival of the fattest.
Yeah, and all like the skinny people were like slaves.
I mean, fat people got brand deals and I don't, so.
That's fair.
They're already trying to make it to where it's like, yeah, you can make a living being morbidly obese. It won't be a long career, granted, but it's...
It will be a career, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, wait, why are we...
I mean, all you really have to do to, like, is you just trip that, like, 400-pound threshold.
Mm-hmm.
Just easy famous.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Look at it. Like,
Look at me.
even the hate interaction is all the...
Yeah.
It's all like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm fat phobic in the sense of like if they're on an airplane and they're in the back, I don't want to be like Carolina's squatting in the sky. You know,
Yeah, how come it's like the constant running? Like, how come I can't have luggage over 80 pounds, but that seat is
they have
well over.
They have a seatbelt and an extender for the extra cargo. Like, why do I have a limit on my bag?
Yeah, why is that ticket cheaper than me paying for the extra 5 pounds I have?
Yeah. It's not about weight, really. It's like, well, we're America and we made our society fat as hell, so we're gonna have to like Wall-E this shit and make it easy for them. That's where it's going.
Yeah.
Dude, if Elon gets us to Mars and we're not like, they're gonna start putting Ozempic in our food.
Just straight into McDonald's. Just cancels out. Well, no, because that wouldn't work, because it doesn't just stop you from eating.
No, but it makes like certain stuff that you eat, you react to it. But what I'm saying is...
I thought it like cuts your appetite, though.
It does? It just cuts your appetite?
Yeah, so you just don't eat anything.
Foley was saying that like there's certain things that like he just doesn't want really anymore. Have you seen the people that like get Ozempic, they're like done with it because they're skinny now?
Yeah.
Not good looking. Have you like
no,
the muscle? The muscle's all gone,
no.
bro.
Well, yeah, you're just
takes
not eating anything.
Both of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that you're not eating; they eat. It's not like the tummy tuck surgery thing. It's literally like it just starts draining yourself. It destroys fat cells, but it also destroys your muscle cells. Like your density in your muscle. Like the people that get skinny off of it, they look like, you can see like their pelvis shape and like where their hips should be.
Yeah, like anorexia.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's like giving yourself AIDS.
How so? Elaborate.
It kills. It's just slowly like taking it away. It's like consuming your body for you. Like, you know, like your fat eats the fat.
Yeah, that's like the whole
or your
point
body
of
eats
like
the fat.
going on a carnivore diet is to like, so your body starts actually eating the fats you're not getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But carnivore to an extent is generally healthy.
Yeah, you're still getting certain types of like good fat.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a fruit cup every once in a while and like a little bit of vegetables, but primarily carnivore, you will do fine. That's what I did in the beginning of this year, and I cut off a bunch of just like nasty crap out of my body.
Yeah, simple carbs.
It's really so what I've experienced both times that I've gone on carnivore is you get the keto flu, because you're like, it's your body's literally like having withdrawals from
everything.
Dude, the terrible stuff you eat. So you get like a sickness. You're like sick for like a week, but you do that and your body flushes out all the terrible stuff. You actually stop pooping as much because there's not as much terrible garbage in your body. You're not overeating, and you're also not like undereating. You're just getting what you need, really.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Once you get over that, you plateau. It's pretty nice, but I haven't done it for more than what we did it for like 2 weeks, something like that.
I don't know.
But just trying to implement that into your diet and just try and stay away from all this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skinny people aren't healthy people either, though. Like super skinny, you know?
Well,
They just have a metabolism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skinny guys saying they have abs. It's like, I can also see your rib cage.
Just body fat's low,
Yeah. Also muscle low.
Yes.
Like super skinny people. Can't be none of that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Some awkward silence.
Takes 4 seconds for awkward silence.
What? It says who? Don't. 1, 2.
Well, it's true. I mean, if you're just like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Have you ever been like a group
let
of people and it like goes quiet for a minute and it's just like
just gotta let out a
it's
sigh
crazy.
or something.
Yeah.
What if you like catch it before the 3 seconds? Are you saying like what's the word I'm looking for? It's like not socially acceptable if you like wait the 4 seconds
I guess, yes.
and then everyone's like kind of decided that now it's
Well, yeah,
well,
it's
quiet.
like ended. It's like a
yeah,
it's like an
conversation's
ending.
done. Yeah.
But if you cut it off, usually I don't know. That's like a psychology thing of like people are like, all right, it's over now. Next,
Interesting.
Yeah. But I don't know if you like interrupt it and somebody has like, oh, this is something else to talk about. It's like okay, let's focus on that.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Speaking of, you want your weekly dose of philosophy?
Gimme.
So, I'm doing more ethics because it's professional ethics.
Doing it for the podcast is basically a write-off.
I still have to do the work.
I know.
I turned in the assignment I do it was due at 11:59. I turned it in at 11:59, and it said it was late, which I was kind of like,
A wizard never arrives. A wizard always arrives on time. He's never late. Yeah. Just send that to your professor.
yeah, if I get the late grade. Anyways, yeah, it was just about like lying. At first just like kind of went into like what actually lying is, because obviously like with philosophy, what like the truth is heavily controversial. So like what do you think lying is as like to begin with?
Lying.
Like what would you say the definition is?
Lying is just not telling the truth. And then there's like you get into white lies where it's like you're actually doing it to be advantageous for yourself. Lying is not telling the truth. And usually you're lying because you have a personal reason behind it, but that's where the bias comes in, correct?
Yeah, well, his point was like for it to be like a lie, there has to be like intent behind it. Because like you can tell someone something that isn't the truth, but you have full like intent on it being like,
right. If they believe it's true, then it's true to them.
Yeah, and then like if you believe it's true and you're trying to tell them, but basically he was saying lying. If you lie to someone, like there has to be intent to deceive.
Right.
So like that's the general basis. It's like I know I'm not telling you the truth.
Right.
Opposed to just like, I don't know everything and I tell you this and it's wrong.
Right. And they say like lying through your teeth is like, it's a more severe lie, but like they're all, whether it's small or not, there's still intent to deceive.
Yeah. So basically with like that as a starting point of what lying is, with that covered, I guess like the main question is like in the professional world, generally people look at doctors, they have a lot of moral and ethical dilemmas. Like should physicians and nurses like lie to patients?
Never.
Never?
No.
At all?
They should be 100% transparent, but I feel like doctors lie because it's what they think it's true. Because doctors get like a perception of like, well, I'm educated. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, so they think what they're telling their patient is like the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying like in the instance, that would be in the instance where it's not a lie.
Oh, right.
Where
You're
they're
saying
not
like,
trying to deceive.
We're killing these people, give them the jab anyways? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like if that's what they believe is the right thing to do. But I'm talking more about like, say you have a patient who, okay, like they just found out they have 6 months to live, they have a terminal illness, but you have like, they have the option to like try treatment to maybe prolong it, but like by a month, it could be by a week, by a month, by 2 months, like a year, like we don't really know. So like, do you tell that patient they have like the opportunity to extend their life, or do you just like, no, there's no treatment?
Have you seen Idiocracy?
No.
Damn it, dude. So there's everyone's tarded basically in the future. We're all wearing Crocs. That's what Mike Judge came up with in the 2009. But the doctor is the kid from the Dodgeball movie, and he's basically like, he's so stupid, but like I think he's being honest. if the doctor should be like straight up with the like patient, like if
Just telling
it's
everything.
like it's gonna be 6 months, but like we could put you through hell for a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we could keep you alive and keep poking you to see if you can somehow survive with assistance for another 2 years. Like just be straight up and like it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Spend 6 months happy because that'll more likely fix you.
True. But in this instance, like the scenario I gave, it was like, okay, this patient, they had the 6 months, but like the doctor knows in a week they're about to go on this like 2-week long vacation they've really been looking forward to. So like if you give them the information like, hey, you have 6 months to live, but if we start treatment right now, maybe you'll have like a year to live. So instead of that, the doctor just like, but the doctor isn't certain that it could extend.
Right.
Like it's okay, you don't go on the vacation and you sit in here for a month trying to get this treatment that maybe extends it, or I don't tell you that that's an option and you can go enjoy your life while you think you have like this time left.
I think every option should be on the table. Like there should be like several routes.
Yeah. But another thing to consider is it's kind of like a studied thing where sometimes if people are either like towards the end of their life, there's this like phase where it happens in like other mammals too, where you kind of like the body and mind prepares for death. So if you have so-and-so to live, you're going to start like accepting that and like changing your whole life to where in some instances where if like maybe it's curable and maybe not, but if you just like provide that information to a patient, they just only like some patients that are like already struggling with depression and stuff like that, they just instantly go to like the worst. So they're like, oh, got 3 months and maybe I'll have 3 years. I'm just going to kill myself.
Right. Like, are you... So, like, that would be where they would be like, all right, well, I know you could be really sad about this. So we have self-assisted, like, it's assisted suicide for you if you want to go that route. It'll be $7,000, and we're going to collect it after you die. So it's not really your problem. Just sign here. Like,
well, the instance then is, like, that's not ethical for a doctor, because...
Then why even have it as an option for people who are just down in the dumps?
I'm not saying, like, the doctor's not performing the suicide.
Right.
The person's just going to go because
some of them are machines now. You know that? The patient has to, like, press the button to neutralize. It's fucking crazy.
That's interesting.
I was listening to that on Tim Dillon on the way over here. She was like, this lady was just like, oh, also they're like in Canada, they're talking about like, if you're in debt, just do it.
Oh, yeah, because Canada, it's legal there, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's what a part of Nefarious was. He killed his mother for his inheritance, and he like took her up north to go let her die.
Out to the farms up north.
The farms, the terrifying robot machines. Yes.
Yeah. There's
but to your point, yes, I don't think doctors should lie. I think it should just be like we're as honest as we can with you. And if you, I mean, if somebody wants to be suicidal from getting a shitty diagnosis, that's kind of their thing. But being told that you're gonna die in 6 months in the doctor's office is a lot scarier than you not knowing something's wrong with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if
true.
You feel like shit, you're getting hooked up to all these wires, and they're like, you got half a year, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, but like, what if the instance where it's kind of like on the fence, where like the doctor, okay, say you have a year, but maybe like this cures, you know, and if like the person, because like your health depends so much on your mental health as well. Like a lot of people that just have a good attitude through the whole thing are able to make it through,
right?
Because their body doesn't go into that like, oh,
shut down,
we're dying, so let's shut down. Because like when that starts happening, the thought is like it's irreversible,
right?
Like your organs and your stuff and your heart's like, okay, I'm gonna start giving out. Yeah, so if something like that where it's like, okay, you have a year, but you could still have 20 years of your life. But if, like, we tell you...
Right.
So
just
it's like...
putting those words out there.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if that person already struggles with mental health, like, you tell them, okay, we think you have a year to live, but there's a possibility we can cure this. But but
And,
it's
like,
gonna be
all the trials, like medical trials and stuff like that. Don't give me that. Don't make me like spaz on something that no other human has ever felt, and just be like, it could fix you, but also we need some answers to our questions, anyways. So can you?
win-win.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
at a certain point, when are they going to be like, all right, so you're going to die, but can we please just play with you like a little bit and like see if this will work? Like,
yeah. Well, that's like another issue with like I'm reading all these like ethical principles and like what's the ideal thought process, but then like
right.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, who came up with those ethical principles? Somebody that Rockefeller hired years ago?
Yeah.
Was it like just the general consensus that everyone's like, well, this is how everyone should be?
Well, this is more like it's not formatted by doctors, more of like ethical philosophers.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
People that aren't doctors. And so they're obviously interviewing like nurses and stuff.
Yeah.
But also another point made was that like nurses that are with these patients like 24/7 compared to a doctor that has no like real relations with a patient.
Right.
Like, it's a lot easier for a doctor to go like, yeah, you're gonna die, versus a nurse who's like knows that person's life.
Right.
And, like,
cares. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, maybe.
That's the doctor's third time he said that today.
Yeah.
You know.
So the nurse maybe be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't tell this person.
Right.
Because like they do know that person. Like, okay, if we tell this person this, they're probably just gonna like walk out of here and, you know, give up.
Yeah. But I mean, you can't not know, right? You can't just be like, you're fine, keep going. And then it's like, he died
what if
suddenly.
you tell them they're fine and then they make the recovery?
I see.
And then would you tell? You could tell them after that, I assume.
So you've heard of bro science. Welcome to like hippie science, where you're like, just don't even feel the bad vibe, dude. Just ignore it. You'll be fine.
Got stage 4.
You got stage
cancer?
4 good time, brother. You're fine. you're a party animal.
Long time, no good time.
I don't know. I mean, like, what if the doctors are like, look, so like they're reading the paper and they're like, so basically just live it up, dude. like, is it that bad? Or are you telling me to go out?
And my doctor's telling me to live it up.
Yeah. Well, I think we're in such a situation where there are so many people that are terminally ill, but who's to say that's not from, 20 years of Adderall and SSRIs? And because I do Adderall so I can focus, but I need anti-anxiety from the Adderall. And it's like, what if you just like weren't eating a shit diet? There's some people that like I can't even like my coworker Bobby drinks gallons of Dr. Pepper, gallons of soda.
Yeah.
He don't eat no greens, not even pickles.
It's amazing what the human body can run on.
It can take some shit, bro. He ain't got no teeth, so he don't even care about the cavities.
They're all rotted out, yeah.
He already has diabetes, so it's like, fuck it. But like at that point, you're taking insulin so you can just drink so much terrible, like 3 Monsters a day. Like if he shows up with like the Twist Off Monster, he'll drink that plus like another 1, and then like 3 Dr. Peppers, and then McDonald's for lunch, and it's like all right.
The recommended caffeine amount for a day is like don't take over like 400 milligrams, and that's like the max.
Yes, and you're geeking at that point, but.
100's got me tripping.
The sugar, the male and female sugar intake a day? Male 36 gram, female 24. How many grams of sugar in one soda?
Yeah.
42.
Yeah.
How many grams of sugar in a tall boy Monster like the juice ones? 70.
Yeah.
And that's what you're starting the morning with? Like, okay, but cigarettes and coffee are a no. Yeah. It's like, all right, well, in terms of vices, yours is really tight.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, it's basically just free roam at this point. Do whatever you want, consume whatever you want, deal with your own problems. Like that's what it's survival of the fittest mind at this point. Ooh, that was nice. That was a nice thing. What? Yeah, survival of the fittest mind. That's what it is. It's like, as long as you're mentally healthy and mentally clear, and like you can help your body and just avoid all the
as long as you
bad
fill out
shit.
those Excel sheets, that's all we care about.
Yeah, but like that's gonna be an immigrant job soon. Like they're bringing all these people in because the working force is not there anymore.
Have you seen the people that outsource like their job
Yes.
to Indians?
Yes.
Great job, Jamia, Sophia.
Yeah, and they like he's making like $60,000 a year, and he's paying him like maybe $5,000 a year.
But in India, they're like, I have a whole ass apartment. It's
banking.
capitalism.
Yeah, I mean, that's where
Cannot be.
you know how we talked about the curve where it like eventually starts to get really shitty.
Yeah.
Outsourcing your work to Indians makes it just a little bit.
Yeah,
like
just a little hump.
It makes just a little hump on the way down.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, yeah, but I can. That guy doesn't do anything. Like, I think I know what video where it's like a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he like just goes into the office and does nothing all day, and he gets like PDFs of like what he needs.
They just copy and paste.
I mean, yeah, he has the like Snapchat AI, but it's like across the
A
world.
real human person. Yeah.
But like, who needs AI whenever you have like an Indian that'll take it for the smallest cut, and it's like now you're happy, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, they were both happy.
I wish I could outsource my mechanic jobs to an Indian man, but at that point, aren't you just like he's a wealthy slave?
That's what the shop owner is doing with you.
Yeah, but like I can at least like go rent. Like I can survive in this economy a little bit.
Yeah.
Over there, he's like they're like chains, but they're gold. You know what I mean? Like he's stuck to doing this shit for America, but like it's making him rich.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't really matter. I think that's funny. I think that's a funny thing that, dude, white women love slaves, bro. White women always have you doing shit for them.
Oh, they just love owning one.
They like telling people what to do. Like they're already in bed and they're like, give me this, give me that, turn off the lights. Oh, I forgot this. Have you gotten that yet?
Well, yes,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that's like a power trip thing more than like a laziness thing.
It is a laziness thing, and that's why the dudes were like, "Oh, we're tired of this shit. We gotta get slaves. We got fields to plant. We got shit to do, and these women are doing jack." So they were like, "Let's just." I know it sucks, but we gotta get them. We got a country to build. I'm not the first person that's thought of that either. I know that's been like I'm sure I've seen a bit or at least heard it talked about. I have a joke that I literally start out with. I fall asleep to podcasts, so none of my thoughts are my own. Like I could come up with something and think like that's original thought.
Nope.
And then it's just like it's words that I heard while I was
subconscious.
asleep.
Yeah.
Which I mean, oh man, what if the people who fall asleep with AirPods in their ear, like they have a sensor, it's like brain
when
is
you fall asleep,
and then they just like.
Well, you have like your Apple Watch on or something.
I don't have a watch now.
Well, I know, but like say you have the whole Apple family,
the knowledge of good and evil full trio. You got the
like,
Apple Watch,
yeah.
the AirPods, and the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're asleep, it's just like I don't even know what Apple would tell you.
I don't know, like
16, iPhone 16.
Oh,
What were you thinking?
like there is no such thing as the age of consent. Age is just a number.
Oh, you were
Love
going
is
more
love.
political. I was going more capitalistic.
Well, sure. Why don't you just be gay as hell and get the new iPhone? Like, just consume. I don't know. It's like futuristic, like an AI video of your family, and they're like, "You got me the iPhone 42, Papa. Thank you." And it's like it's solidifying the fact that they're gonna make up to 42 different iPhones.
They're.
Do you remember whenever they came out with the 5 and we were like, bro, are they just going to keep doing numbers? And they did.
Yeah.
They were literally at 16.
They're doing like one a year now, right?
Yeah, it's been one a year. Same with like Call of Duty. And they're getting worse and worse and worse. It's the same thing with cars. It's just like everything that's like pumped out every year, get a new one. It turns to shit.
How could you say it's like Call of Duty, but like we have like Black Ops 6 now?
Yeah.
Which what happened to 5?
Black Ops 5 was you had BO4 and then you had Black Ops there was one in between that I remember.
That's what I'm saying, but you have like
I
the
literally
iPhone.
looked into it. I know where you're at. Yeah.
It's like, oh, this isn't the iPhone 5. This is the iPhone, like, what do they call it? Like the SC or something?
Yeah, the SE, and then they have like the XR and the X. Those were like, that's why there's no like iPhone 10. It just went like the...
Well, we skipped 9. They went 8 to 10.
Right. Well, then maybe I think it...
So maybe there is no Black Ops 5. It's following the pattern.
No. No. It's skipping 9 and 5. What is that, 45? Trump was number 45. They're coming after President Trump.
4 plus 5, 9?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No. I swear to God, if I can't find Black Ops 5 on my phone, I'm going to lose it.
Google was like...
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Cold War was...
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lame.
Yeah. Which, Cold War was like hardcore disappointment.
I haven't played 1 since 3.
So I was so excited about Cold War because you could move your field of view from like 90 to like 120 something.
Like what PC games have
Yeah,
had
like
for...
what they've had for... Shut up.
Yeah.
what they've been able to do for so long. I know. Are you good? Oh, well then get out.
Need some water.
No, that water has fucking PVC primer in it.
Ooh, delicious.
Grandpa fucking fixed the pipe yesterday. Turned off the water, turned the water back on. I made an ice cold glass of water. Took a big old chug and I was like, oh, it's purple. It's purple. I see purple.
And now your lips are just permanently...
No, I just I took one swallow of it and I was like, that was terrible. So I ran the water for a really long time.
Purple.
She feels that. No, it's not like colored. It's just the like
clear coat
gas from it. It's like the smell. Like it tastes like it.
Yeah.
So she doesn't think so. I can literally smell it out of the mouthpiece of your cup. I can tell. You've never been in a shed with PVC glue. She's never smelt it.
Pipes in your life.
She's literally never smelled PVC primer. Smell her cup.
I'm okay.
Fine. You're nose blind. You're blind, and you're nose blind.
I haven't been able to breathe all day. I won't be able to smell it. Anyways.
I definitely take, like, literally hits the back of my throat. I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah.
Pause.
You ever drink coolant?
I have gotten coolant. I feel like it'd be good in coffee. I'm not going to lie.
So delicious. Bro, when you see that, like, that blue coolant, you're like, man.
That damn Asian coolant? That fucking boba coolant?
Yeah. Boba coolant would be crazy.
Boba antifreeze balls? Yippee!
What could you even put in the coolant to make it like boba? Like what little just gasket?
I don't know. Coolant and oil gets like a boba, like a boba-like thing on it. I think a little bit.
Yeah.
What fluid do you think tastes the best in automotive?
Not trans fluid.
No, I fucking hate Bud Light. I hate it so much.
What? Bud Light?
Tranny fluid. But yeah, no, I did Maddie's fucking torque converter on the Blazer. Mm-hmm. She was there with me, and it like came out and got all over the floor.
Yeah,
all over. Both of our hair was like super long at the time.
Yeah,
so it was just covered in it.
Wait, no, it's not trans fluid. I'm thinking of
gear oil.
Gear oil.
Yeah, gear oil is nasty.
That is literally
Yeah. I had to pack bearings the other day, and it's the same kind of smell in that heavy duty grease. Yeah. It's no fun.
A good color grease. If it's like a
dude, like a dielectric grease, I'll play with all day.
I was about to say.
Yeah, dielectric clear grease. I tell you, you get it on your arm though, like the hairy part of your arm. Dude, good luck getting that off.
Yeah,
you need a tub of towels. Whenever you worked with the construction, did you use a tub of towels too?
Where it's literally just like
it's like a giant Clorox thing, but it's like industrial, man's Clorox. So there's something in that like I got grease like on my pants, and you know, grease and clothes. I wiped it off with the tub of towel thing. Came right off. I was like, there's something in this.
Not good for my skin.
Like if I put it on my steering wheel cover, my AutoZone brown leather, it would
melt through it.
Take that right off. Same with Armor All. Armor All, don't use that on old cars, bro. Old plastic, it's like an oxidation process, kind of, but it takes a film off of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Where were we?
I don't know either.
Camera overheated once again, but hopefully we have the audio this time.
It overheats a lot.
Well,
why is it so hot?
I don't know, actually.
I mean, I know there's no air flow in this room at all.
Yeah.
Oh, have you seen people with like their own pet monkeys?
I do not condone having a pet monkey. I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, even if it's just a capuchin, it's like it's still a tiny little, strong,
Murderous little
yeah. So yeah, the monkeys, and then we're talking about other stuff. The trans community said that it would be like it would affect them negatively if we gave the death penalty to child predators.
How?
You tell me how. I mean, what other?
Oh, yep. Connect to the dots. Yeah.
How would it negatively affect you if we killed all of them? Would you die?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Yeah. And also, how can you just say that out loud and not everyone's just like, what? I mean, that's a bizarre thing to say and think that you're protected somehow. Like, yeah. Actually, I don't think we should do that because it would hurt our marginalized communities. Because, you know, trans age, right? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And the general consensus among most people with the trans problem is, you know, age of consent kind of bothers them a little bit. How else could you groom them if, you know, you can't show them the doctor's work?
Anyways.
Yes. Next.
I'm trying to remember what we were on to begin with.
I don't know if it was anything too important. Like a point that we need to come back to.
Oh, anyways, okay. Yeah. Really want another truck.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to build a race car so bad.
Yeah, I know, but like let this kick off first, and then we can do it, and then we can do all of it.
No.
So I wanted to actually talk about this really bad. My new coworker is a sleeper agent.
What?
Like he leads on to be kind of an idiot, right? Like he shows up, he's in his later 20s, and he looks dumb. He's not. I started talking about like what he could do, and I really thought maybe like he said he was just like an oil tech like since he was 18.
Mm-hmm.
So like for the last like 10 years he's been back and forth being oil tech and stuff, and I'm like, okay, so you don't have a whole lot of tools, like how have you been making? And I asked him, eventually he makes $14 an hour. I was like, that's nothing. What are you doing?
For 10 years, yeah.
So we started talking, and it sounded like he was just lying, like so poorly, but he was being serious. And he showed me pictures and videos to prove he owns his house. He owned another house that he gave to his friend that came back from the military with PTSD. He gave him that property and house. He doesn't really do like working on oil changes. He hauls cars for people from car meet to car meet, from like, hey, I want this project car. It's up north. Can you go get it?
Yeah. Like oil changers is a side thing.
Yeah, but it seems like it's his primary thing. It's like, okay, well, how are you surviving? Like, how do you...
Yeah.
At 14, like, are you not the breadwinner or whatever? And it's like, no, I make money. And then he went on and on and on about all these things that he's done and built, and he's got like a two bay like shop at his house with like tire machines and like an oil lift to like at least get under the cars. And I was like, where did all this money come from? He was like, I do my own like private work. I don't work on weekends because I go do that on Saturdays.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Why wouldn't he just do that then? Like only private things seem like it makes so much more money.
Because then you'd have to like insure everything, do your own like company like name and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess.
But for me, I was like, bro, if you were doing that already and you became a company and you did like a social media presence and you like Vice Grip Garage did the same thing where he would just go like get a car to run and bring it elsewhere and he would work on it, but like it'd be the same thing if you're like just hauling stuff for hours. Like you just make videos out of it and then have dual income on that. But like he makes so much money just towing cars around. He's got a badass car hauler. It's got the jack is in the, or the winch is in the under part, like it's on the ground. It's not like in front of, so it goes under the hood. It actually like brings the car like right here. But he just has pretty simple looking life. But then he's like, no, I have like $200,000 worth of tools in my shop. I was like, oh. What
are we doing?
Yeah, he goes through like sets of tires whenever he goes up to the drift track to race like in his Nissan and stuff. And I was like, oh, you're like about it. Like, how are you doing that at the place? He's like, well, one of my friends has like a tire machine in his trailer. And I was like, brother. What?
Yeah, big race money.
Yeah, taxes, I guess. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like singing Piano Man to him. Like, man, what are you doing here? Like, take me with you first off. Where are you going? Like, and he said he wants to work at some other shop. Like, I guess just being a guy that, like, do your thing. Do your thing a lot. Like,
well, I mean, but then there's some people that don't want to like be the boss.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd rather just like
do their own thing and then answer to somebody else most of the time.
Yeah, make a simple life for them. Yeah.
He's, dude, he got a lot of cool stuff, and I don't want to like out him. Get him on like tax evasion or some shit. But he said he puts the money aside anyways, and just has that every year in case they're like, hey, you need to report all this.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
you're saying he does.
He does save money, like for taxes,
but it doesn't.
He's not like 1099 on his own stuff.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
But I mean, how many illegal immigrants are doing that? Where it's like tax free, they work 5 days a week, and they just go around, no licenses, no nothing, and they just go and work every single day. I was like, why not just? I mean, let him do his thing. He's not affecting the bottom end of the elite. Leave him alone. He's just making a name for himself, I guess. But I would like to do like that's a like hot shotting in the area that I'm going to, like kind of around College Station. Like you could do. Like there's a lot of people that need stuff from like CSTAT to like Waco or whatever around there. So I don't know. I've thought about that a lot, but that'd be your whole weekend thing, and I've got other shit to do on the weekend anyways.
Well, it's kind of my whole weekend thing right now, which I'm fine with.
But at least you're not hauling, like putting the car on the trailer and like
true,
like he's taking like Corvettes to car meets where he has to like wrap them. Like he tries to make sure they're so. I don't want a single rock, thanks. I don't want a single rock like anywhere, like near. You know
it's
what I mean?
an open trailer.
Yeah, it's like not like a box. So he's like, he's got to do his thing to make it right. But this guy paid him almost $5,000 to take his car from like here to a car meet and back. Well,
the guy just flies. Yeah, that's crazy, I guess. But I mean, I feel more on the side of like the drag and drive events where you have to like they hit up so many strips and they have to drive their car towing their trailer to each one. Yeah, and these cars are running like 6-second passes.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole point of racing is to spend the least amount of time racing. Yeah. But yeah, you'd have it'd be a lot of like coming and going, like I load up the trailer and then like go to this one thing, and then if you're not placing immediately, then you're like, why am I even, it's like a big,
You just gotta get faster.
Yeah, but like if like your build you've put so much time and effort into, and you're like, damn, I'm I'm spending money all the time.
Well, the money isn't actually in winning. It's
right, sponsors,
products for sponsors. Yeah. But that's most things.
How much would it help though if you had a media presence already?
That's what I'm saying. A lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you watch Cletus at all?
The dude that was painting in the paint studio whenever I showed up 2 weeks ago?
No, I don't know. Cletus McFarlane.
He does cars?
I don't know. Yeah, he does quite a lot.
Yeah. Then I think I walked in on one time. You were watching him. No, I don't watch him.
That's what he started off, 1320, the channel.
Mm-mm. Man. I don't consume like other people's making car content.
Neither do I.
I watch a lot of like how to and like this is the science behind it. And that's it.
No, he started on drag racing and now he owns his own racetrack, his own shop, his own. Yeah. He owns an oval track, a drag track right next to each other in Florida. His shop's like 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Right down the road. He owns a helicopter now. He owns an airstrip, his own grass airstrip.
Nice.
And planes, like, just living the life. But he started off just racing.
Yeah.
And, like, building a car. They just had a social media following because he had it to, like, begin with.
Yeah.
And so now, with social media, he's doing all these events and everything. And just, he can still, like, his newest car, like, proper drag car, like, full custom fiberglass shell. Probably will run in, like, the 5s or something ridiculous. 6s, I don't even know, low 6s. But yeah, just off of starting and doing it, but having a social media presence.
Right.
Instead of just having a bunch of money.
Because if you do that and they're like, okay, this person's well received, let's just throw our product at him, it will get a little bit of traction. No
Yeah, he owns like some percentage of like Motion Raceworks, which is like really high end race parts.
Yeah.
Like they have this like truck giveaway, and I was like, oh, like I'll buy something and enter in it.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, the cheap thing you buy is like stickers or something. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll buy like a car part.
Yeah.
I was like, never mind. Like a blow off or like a wastegate for a, you know, turbo setup. Instead of the ones I'm looking, they're like $100. They're like 400.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally the exact same thing, just fancy.
Yeah, and it says their name on it.
Yeah. So
like if we were to, you know, do something, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. If we were to do something eventually that was like, oh my God, we're sponsored, yada yada. If we had to worry about our own integrity of like automotive parts, dude, I would not sleep ever.
Yeah.
Because I've been bitching for years at all these companies about like what they've, the quality of what they're doing and how it's not good. And then it's like whenever it's on your plate, you're like, all right, now I'm gonna, you know, become autistic about this.
Well, that's why, like, when, like, it is a $400 part, when a Chinese one made in China sold in America could be $100.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, but we do everything in America. Like,
Right.
we have to do our own research.
Yeah. Now, saying made in America, how deep are you into it? Like, if I say made in America, I want the trees sourced for the wood to be from our forests.
Yeah. Or assembled in a versus, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, usually they're like designed in California, assembled in China, and it's like, all right,
Yeah.
so like you did the thing on your computer that was also made in China. You designed like you literally
the thing you sent over to China.
Okay, you drew some pictures. We're like, make it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean. Now with electronics, it's pretty hard because you like the programmer was born in the U.S. I'm like, your shit's cracked. I didn't even notice.
Oh, my phone is all sorts of
whoa,
not healthy.
The light hit it pretty good, dude. Are you missing? No, it's just.
I wouldn't touch the glass. Oh, there's a missing chunk of the glass under here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was at one of Ella's tennis matches. Had it sitting against like the fence, like cage fence, videoing, and it literally fell and landed like straight on the face, like on the glass, and shattered the back instead of the front. It's like great. Which the screen you can have replaced for like $60 or something. The back, it's, you know, part of the phone. So
my case was disgusting, and we talked about the charge hole and all that. Took some spray away, cleaned it pretty good, and then I bought a new case, new screen protector. I had multiple people like, oh, you got the new phone? I was like, no, it's a 14.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
I was explaining to my buddy yesterday about or I guess Friday, about the knowledge of good and evil, and like the correlation with the apple. And like, isn't that funny how that works on your Black Mirror? Yeah. And he was like, oh, no. Like, he kind of like understood all at once. He's like, oh, right, of course. Word up.
I was just checking.
Fine, okay. I guess we can wrap it up pretty soon.
Yeah, you gotta get
probably
going.
now. Yeah, actually. All right. Well, thanks for watching. See you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Bye.